Welcome to Uncle's channel, thanks for watching today, and let's talk about the Mario series. Now, according to Gameinformer, they've taken the time to rank every single Mario game in the core series. This doesn't include like Mario Kart or Mario Tennis or Super Smash Bros. Or Strikers or Lord knows like the hundreds of other Mario games out there. This is just the core 19 games in the main Mario series line. Now, I have not gone through this list, so I don't know if I agree or disagree with the opinions of them, but we are going to take a look at what does this critic, or what do the critics think over at Gameinformer on the Mario rankings. Alright, so in 19th place, it is the new Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS in 2012. Now this game gets a lot of hate, and truth be told, I've never played through the entire game. I've played through a little bit of it, and I thought it was fine. I mean, it didn't really stand out as like an amazing Mario game. It just seemed like a pretty standard 2D Mario game. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, and I can see why it didn't really make a lot of impression on people, and it's going to be toward the bottom of the list. So let's keep going here. In 18th place, they have Super Mario Bros. 2, The Lost Levels. Now they have the SNES version on here, and to me the SNES version is probably the best way to play this one because it actually distinguishes it a little bit different than the original one. But I've beaten The Lost Levels, and holy cow, this is like the hardest Mario game that ever existed. And it's not because of that little poison mushroom that they have floating around right there. That's annoying, but there are so many like traps and unfair jumps, and the game just feels like they're trying to troll you, honestly. It's like one of those Mario Maker levels where they're just trying to make you miserable. This game is not a lot of fun, it's very difficult, and without save states, the vast majority of players would probably never beat it. In 17th place, it looks like they did Super Mario Land for the Game Boy, but I don't dislike this game. It's just a little bit of an odd Mario game. You know, it says it was like side-scroller shooter levels. The question blocks have always been like annoyingly small in this game. Like ever since I played as a kid, it always bothered me how small the question blocks were in relation to the sprite of Mario. I don't know why they did it that way, but it's always bothered me. The music for it, the music just didn't seem to suit well with me as a kid. Maybe I was just hoping for the original Mario music on the Game Boy, and I didn't get that, but I didn't really like the music on this one. I can agree with it being toward the bottom of the list, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad game. In 16th place, they put Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS, and I never played this game. I mean, I really liked that they brought in some stuff from the original Super Mario Bros. 3 in here, but I never played the game. I did love 3D World. I thought it was a fantastic game, and I really enjoyed going through that one. But part of the reason I loved it so much was the multiplayer aspect, and this one might not have the multiplayer aspect, so might not be as fun. I can't speak a lot about this one, but you know, if it's anything like 3D World, I'd probably put it higher, but since I don't know, I'll just leave it at 16th place with them. Oh, no. In 15th place, it's put New Super Mario Bros. U for the Wii U, and this is a great game. This is, to me, one of the best 2D Marios. I played through it co-op, I had a blast the entire time, and I didn't play the Switch version when they re-put it out or re-released it, but the Wii U version, great game. It was actually one of the reasons that I bought a Wii U, was just simply to play this game. To me, this is like the pinnacle of the newer Super Mario Brothers on the consoles. Still coming in on the bottom half here, we have Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, and people love this game. I'm surprised they put it that low because there's such a fan base behind the game, but I actually agree with them. I wouldn't put it in the top half of the Mario games here. To me, it's just not a lot of fun. Like when I played through it as a kid, it always just felt like a weirdness to it. Like it's like when I watched Alice in Wonderland, which is a weird example here. But when I watched Alice in Wonderland as a kid, it gave me like a sick, like I didn't feel good watching it. And when I play Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, for some reason, this game gives me that exact same feeling as Alice in Wonderland did as a kid. I don't know why. I don't like his little bunny suit. I think it's sort of an annoying little power to have. And like, why do the bunny ears flap when he goes down like wings? It doesn't make sense. And so I'm not a big fan of this game. I actually probably would prefer to play the first Super Mario Land. But you know, to each their own. But I agree. Lower half for this particular game. Oh, a brave one here. Super Mario Sunshine on the bottom half as well. And this was for the GameCube, and it got re-released on the Switch as well. Not updated or remastered or anything like that, just simply re-released. And this was a fun game. I never beat the game as a kid. Me and my brother, we got pretty far into it. It's a fun game, but I think we were looking more for just a straight sequel to Super Mario 64. And this game added a lot of new elements to that, you know, with a little water jetpack and all that. It's a fun game. I'd probably I'd probably put it in about that spot though. I mean, there are better 3D platforming Marios out there, and I'd say it belongs probably around this ranking. Still coming in on the bottom half here is the New Super Mario Brothers for the Wii, and this to me was also a really fun Mario game. I like the 2D Marios if you hadn't figured this out, and I did prefer the Wii U one over this one, but this was still a really fun game. I did it co-op all the way through, and we had a great time with it. I mean, finding all the golden coins in all the levels and unlocking all the extras at the end of the game. It was a really fun game. I would recommend playing this game, and I definitely wouldn't put it in the bottom half. So maybe I don't agree with this list on a lot of things. And looking at number 11, I would say I definitely don't agree with the list on a lot of things because they put Super Mario 3D World on the bottom half of this list, and this game is phenomenal. This to me is one of the best Mario games out there, especially if you're playing multiplayer. Holy cow, this game is a ton of fun. And also, this is where you got the cat suit. The cat suit. I mean, like, the reason I bought the Wii U was for this game, and it was for the cat suit Mario. I mean, it was a game made by people like me for people like me when it comes to that, because I mean, there's been no greater cat implementation in the game. I like Stray, fun game. Cat Suit Mario, the pinnacle of cat gaming. In 10th place, we have Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, and this game I never got really far into it because I do get annoyed with the baby Mario. I can't help it. I'm sure there's a great game underneath this game if I can get past that annoying baby Mario. But at the moment, I agree with the placement here. It deserves to be on the bottom half of the list. And if I played it, I might rank it higher. But who knows? If I did play it more, I might rank it lower because I get even more annoyed with Baby Mario. But regardless, I'm going to leave it as I think they did a fine ranking there. In 9th place, they put the New Super Mario Brothers on the DS. This is what revitalized 2D Mario to a degree. And it's a fun game. There's nothing wrong with this game. It probably is better than the second one from what everyone says. I never finished it. I never played the DS a ton when it came out. But it was a fun game from what I played. But I would definitely put the Wii U and the Wii version, and especially the 3D World ones, well above this particular game on the list. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, to truly the top tier, best of the best Mario games according to Gameinformer, and they're giving off number 8 at Super Mario Bros. 2 on the NES, and I adore this game. I would actually say it's probably in my top 3, but putting it in the top half, hey, I'm happy with that because so many players don't actually like this game because they're like, it's not a real Mario game. It's, you know, Doki Doki Panic or whatever. No, this is the true Super Mario Bros. 2 because the Lost Levels was way too hard, and this was just the right amount of challenge, just the right amount of fun, actually a ton of fun. And the worlds, holy cow, like the worlds were so inventive and crazy. I did a whole video on the channel about like why this is such a great game. I'll put the link up above here somewhere. But it's a fantastic game. If you've never taken the time to go all the way through Super Mario Bros. 2 on the NES, it is time to go through it. Don't do the All-Star version. It's fine, but go back to the original, play the NES version. Soundtrack great, graphics great, fun through the roof. Wonderful game. All right, it's going to seem like I'm not a Mario fan here. I've never played Mario Galaxy 1 or 2. I know they're supposed to be some of the best. I know the soundtrack's amazing on them. The picture there, amazing looking. And I even have the the Switch Collection. Doesn't have the second one on there. It has the first one though. And it is time for me to go through the Galaxy games. According to what everyone said and what everyone's told me, that's a pretty logical place for the Galaxy, at least Galaxy 2. Because I always say Galaxy 1's better, but they're both phenomenal games. Mario 64, 6th place. No. Mario 64 was what basically invented 3D gaming. Yeah, there was some PC stuff, but console 3D, Mario invented it, and this game still holds up to this day. I know some people say the cameras don't work quite as well, but the C buttons, I think they work great. I still find myself playing through this game every now and then, and it's just a ton of fun. The levels are great. The soundtrack was great. The Dire Dire Docks song, holy cow. I didn't like the Dire Dire Docks level, but the song in that, amazing. But there's so many great levels in here. I mean, to start off up in the castle, going to the Bomb Bomb Kingdom. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Bomb Bomb Land, Bomb Bomb Fortress. I don't know. It was Bomb Bomb something. But a phenomenal game in every single way. And 3D gaming wouldn't be what it is today without this game. And it still holds up even to today. In 5th place, Super Mario Odyssey, which is what some people say is the true sequel to Mario 64, and I can agree with that. The inventiveness of the levels, the harkening back to the original Mario with the little 2D sections, it's a fun game. There is no denying this is a very charming, very fun game brought Mario to a whole new audience and probably propelled it into being, the franchise it is now, with the movie coming out and everything. I mean, Mario Odyssey really sort of put Nintendo back on the map because people were getting a little tired of those 2D Marios. I liked them, people were getting tired of them, and the Super Mario Odyssey was what really revitalized the Mario craze within players. In fourth place, the game that started all, Super Mario Bros. On the NES, and I mean, it had to be in the top 5. This game is a classic in every single way. There's not a single person out there that doesn't know the Mario song, or the overworld song, or the theme song from the first level. I don't know what it's called even. The Mario 1-1 song. It's the perfect video game song. But that's not the only song in the game. It has, the underwater song, the underworld song. I mean, holy cow. The soundtrack's great. But I mean, it's not even the soundtrack we're talking about. The game itself. It was what really revitalized the video game industry in general. And the game is so much fun to play through. I got it when I was like 4 years old, and I still load it up, even to this day, just to play through it. I can't do speed runs or anything like that. I did try it for a while. I got in like 10 minutes on the game, but the game, it never gets old, it's never tiresome, and it will always be a classic. Number 3, Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii, and like I said earlier, I've never played the Galaxy game, so I'm sure it belongs there according to what everyone's told me, but I can't vouch for it, so we'll just continue on. In second place, we have Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES, and this is what basically growing up in the 90s was. You had to play Super Mario Bros. 3. It was the Mario game to go to. It was the Nintendo game to go to. It was just simply the greatest game in the world to go to in the 90s. The game was so rich. It had all these different worlds to go through, the overworld to choose on, the map to choose which level you wanted to go to, secrets hidden in those worlds, power-ups to get beyond just simply the firepower. I mean, this game had it all. This was possibly the best game ever invented when it came out, and I know it blew my family away when we got it. I mean, there was so much to discover. We even had the player's guide for it. We just sit there and look through the player's guide. There is so much in this game, and I don't go back and play it as often as I should, but this game here is really what made me get into video games pretty much to begin with. The whole Mario series in general, but in particular, Mario 3. And in first place, it should come as no surprise, Super Mario World on the SNES got the top crown here. And if you were around at that time period, this was a phenomenal game. I didn't get a Super Nintendo until later, so I only got to play it like stores or friends' houses, and I was always dying to play it because I love Mario Bros. 3 so much that I just couldn't wait to play World. And it basically takes everything great about Mario 3 and just ups it to the next level. And the secret exits, the secrets in the overworld, the enemy variety, the exploration inside the levels. The game is just great in every single way. Like I said, I didn't get to play it when it first came out because we didn't have a Super Nintendo. We stayed with the NES until the N64 came out. But when I finally did get to play through it, even though I was playing N64 games at the time, when I got to go back and really just dive into this game and work all the way through it, I was still blown away. This is still one of the best Mario games I've ever played, and I still find myself wanting to go back and play it. So I agree with some of their top choices here. Like I said, Mario Galaxy, it probably deserves to be there, but I would definitely put probably Mario 64 in the place of that. But their top 10 here, pretty top-notch stuff. But you can go to the Gameinformer website and you can check out the list there, and you can see their actual explanations of why they put all these games in this particular order. This is just sort of an overview of their order and if I agree or disagree with it. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with this order? Which Mario game would you put at the top? Which one would you put at the bottom? Do you agree with their rankings? Do you agree with some of the things that I said? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and go out there and find a great game to play. Just simply have a great rest of the day.